You've entered the black hole of real estate, a place for industry news, tips, and strategies. Even if you could escape our vortex, I'm sure that you're going to want to stay. I'm your host, Ron Wysakarski, and this is the black hole of real estate. Well, welcome back for episode 27. Today we're going to talk about the window of opportunity for home buyers that hasn't been here for the last few years. A lot of retirees are thinking of pre-buying their retirement homes for reasons that you might understand. And one of my passions I want to talk about at the end are hangar homes. So starting off right now, there is this window of opportunity that buyers have not seen for years. There's actually a chance for a short period of time that we could be in a little bit of a buyer's market. So what do I mean by that? Well, we know that interest rates are low, and we know that inventory is low, and all those things point to being a seller's market. What's different is people that went on the market on August 1st, they were seeing multiple offers, and well, we've witnessed these above the list price results. Funny thing happened, and September 1st, it died down. And we can argue a lot of things. School is back in session. We're taking a pause. We want to see what happens with the elections, whatever. Maybe we just were fatigued. We kept losing out on offers, and buyers decided that, I'm either going to re-up a rental or just wait a little bit. And now the sellers who went on September the 1st, they were expecting multiple offers, dozens of showings, selling above the list price. And you know what? For most, it didn't happen during the month of September. And as we travel into October, a few of them, in my opinion, might panic just a little bit or at the very least get nervous. Like, how come my home didn't sell? My buddy sold in August and it went in a couple of days. He got a great price and he's already moved. I've been on the market for 30 days and, it's been crickets. What's going on? So among the sellers that are in this market, if they're not being properly counseled by their agent, they could make a mistake. And this is your window of opportunity if you are a buyer in this market. My suspicion is that by the middle of October, 45 days from September 1st, there's going to be some nervous sellers that are going to want, hey, I want to get under contract. I want to sell before the end of the year. Maybe there's something concerning capital gains they think might change if there's an administrative change or a tax law change. There's a lot of people that will want to close by the end of the year, and they might accept just a little bit less, hedging against any future tax increases that might come on the books in 2021. So when you combine all of these things, it tells me that for a buyer who is ready to purchase, either with cash or a pre-approved loan, somewhere in the month of October, I think there's going to be some deals out there. The other thing I would add is that historically, more homes are added in the month of October than most to the market. And it's all because of that summer roll-up right now. Inventory tends to bulge just a little bit. So if we are going to see an increase in inventory, we should see it in October. So with a few extra homes and a lot of buyers taking themselves out of the market, if you're brave enough and bold enough, for the buyers that are still engaged and want to purchase, there could be some opportunities. I don't think that will last super long. Maybe to about the point of the election, because for whatever reason, people say, I'm going to wait to see who gets elected before I buy a property. I have no idea what that has to do with the price of real estate. I don't. But I guess if you want to take yourself out of the market arbitrarily for a month and just see what happens, it's the same thing people say when, I want to wait till the first of the year. Great. Okay. The person looking for a bargain should be looking 365 days a year and looking for dips and opportunity. Same as someone who's in the stock market. So if you're working the financials, why wouldn't you apply the same knowledge and same ideology to a real estate investment? You're looking for the dips. And I'm telling you, if there was ever going to be a dip, I think it's this month. So buyers, you're out there looking. You might want to pull a trigger this month. Rates are low, selection is good. I think there's a few sellers that will take what they can get in today's market and not want to kick the can into November. I do think this. Rates are super low, and unless we get a 25 to 30% dramatic increase in inventory, I think it's back to business as usual come November, because there's still a lot of people looking to move, still a lot of people getting great interest rates, and they're going to be low for a long time. There's not enough leading indicators telling me that prices are going to go down dramatically. I just think we might have a dip in October. So, put that in your research pile. And if you're still waiting until November or December, that's great. More opportunities for me because I'm a buyer in this market. So, retirees, we've gone through COVID, or I guess we're still traveling through it, and a lot of you are working from home. And we're finding out the space that we have is sufficient for a work environment. And I notice a lot of people are actually more comfortable pre-buying their retirement home than in years past. And you'd ask why. I think we're really defining what space we're going to need in the next home. And if you can work from home, and let's say that you happen to be living in New York and you buy your second home down in Florida, this happens a lot. You could travel between the two properties that you own. And if you don't have to get on the airlines, you could drive down. It'll take you a day or so. But you can travel between your two spaces. Or maybe you have an inland place in the middle of the state and you want a place on the ocean, a beach house. I just did that. That's another opportunity for you. So being able to pre-buy that retirement place and use it as a workspace, even if you're not taking a write-off for a home office, I believe this. The rates are low. People are traveling far less frequently, and they can make an investment in the next home with super low interest rates that are going to be there for the next 30 years. If you want a 30-year loan, it'd be a heck of a time to buy it when it's 2%. If you're waiting to retire, I don't know, 3 to 5 years down the road, if rates are even 3 or 4%, you're going to pay dramatically more interest over the life of the loan. So we see a movement of retirees taking the next step to buy those retirement places well in advance. There's still that opportunity to give with a property management company and rent those places out, and rents are at a super all-time high right now. So it doesn't appear to be a losing situation. With a low interest rate, if you're purchasing with a great rental in there, it's strong cash flow, and you could double down on those payments and even retire the debt on your retirement property before you retire. At the very least, you've got your second place locked up, and you can start to use it. Let's face it, if you're not traveling the world and you're not cruising the world, you can still have a retirement place by the beach. And you know what? That's a pretty cool thing to have too. So retirees, pre-buying, it's more than a thing right now. It's a reality for so many. Now, hangar homes, this is something fun. This is a passion for me. I first got involved with airplane hangar homes. And if you're not sure what a hangar home is, just think of a home with a really big garage where you can park your airplane in it. I got first involved with this not because of airplanes at all. I had a client that had a classic car collection, and he was looking for a home with an 8-car garage. I've never seen one of those. It's infrequent, is what I would say. And it occurred to me that an airplane hangar home would be a solution, because if it can fit an airplane, it can fit 6 or 8 classic cars, and make a little showroom for them to be able to walk around, work on them, or admire them. And typically the apron is pretty big, so if you're going to have people over or do like a little car show of your own, you'd be able to pull them out on the apron next to the taxiway, and it could really spread them out and have some fun with that. And you can have DJ and entertainment, parties. It's worked out really well. Now, most people that buy a hangar home actually have a airplane to store there, and it's just super interesting. I was at a friend's house the other day, and we were sitting in his hangar, and as opposed to watching cruise ships go by, we were watching airplanes take off all afternoon. And he has a great setup in that garage. He's got a couple of planes in there, one that's a friend of his that they fly at least once a week, and another, he's actually building his own plane with a kit right next to it. So he's got a great garage. And when he gets the inspiration to fly, he could be up in the air in about 10 minutes. I mean, it's really just like starting up your car, backing up to the taxiway and getting clearance and heading out. And he happened to have a premier spot where he is first one on the runway. So he doesn't even have a long taxi. I mean, 100 yards, maybe. So I'm not sure how many of you are pilots or have an interest in that or classic car collections, but I can tell you this. Hangar homes are where it's at. It's a really cool vibe. I just really enjoy it. I've got a big passion for it. We've actually created a YouTube channel for that. So, hey, if you guys are interested in hangar homes and you would like more information about that, but click or comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. We would love to show you that. But in the meantime, hangar homes are a thing. It's a lot of fun, and there's just a multitude of options out there. And I'm telling you, they're priced everywhere from 400 grand up to 50 million. There's probably something for everybody. And if you have a Learjet, well, let me know about that too, because I've actually gotten some information about, what can happen there at the local airport. There's some places to house those as well. So it's an amazing piece of the industry that I've really come across in the last couple of years, and it's just fun. So if you're a buyer, absolutely your window of opportunity in the next 30 days. I'm not sure it's going to last forever, but it's there. Pre-buy your retirement home. Why not? And if you got an airplane to park, a lot of classic cars, that also is the thing right now. So as we head to the end of the year, want to keep bringing the excitement for you guys and just letting you know these other opportunities are out there. It's an amazing time to be in real estate. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. We're going to wrap up episode 27. And again, subscribe, click below, let us know your comments. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll catch up with you next week. This is Ron Wojciechowski for the Black Hole of Real Estate.